Hey guys, how's it going? This is your forecast for May 2017. And what I love this month for you, Aries, is that you have Venus in your sign. That means it's showing up in your first house for personality. So you're going to be sharing, giving out, exuding that beautiful Venusian energy. You're going to be able to express the love that you feel and hold in your heart. And for you guys too, it's not just for you women will be more attractive, but you guys too will be more attractive. And let me tell you why. It's because you're going to be closer to these emotional states of what Venus holds for you. It's your inner Venusian side, right? And women find that very attractive when men can express their feelings. And when I say express, it's also because Mercury here is in your first house, it's in your sign. So these two, they're going to work together. It's going to bring out relationships areas more to the forefront. But it doesn't just rule relationships. It's your self-worth. Things that are important to you that you will be bringing up. And especially with the retrograde of Mercury is going to allow you to speak your mind, speak your heart, to tweak those things that you feel are important to your self-worth. Remember, Venus is there, which is all about how you see yourself, value yourself, and how you also, of course, naturally value your partner. So you'll see how these energies are going to be operating for you. Now, they're both going to be meeting up with Uranus, which you have in this very first house, and that's when we can open up Pandora's box for the unexpected, and I'm sure they're going to be pretty okay and very special. Sometimes it means new chapters open up or there's a change of direction. However, that's going to work out for you individually, depends on your own individual chart. But these unexpected changes, you will definitely come to not just feel them, but see how they're going to integrate into new dimensions for you. Let's talk about Mars, since we've been talking about Venus. Mars is your ruler, and it is now in the sign of Gemini. It's your third house, communication, travel, those things where you're feeling that you just want to get out and about and around. And this Mars is going to be beautifully aligned to the new moon. There's a conjunction, not before the end of the month though. That will be May 25th. But talk about new chapters. Every new moon is new chapters, new beginnings, right? And so it's going to be a Marsy new beginning here at the end of the month. So make sure that you prepare for it, weeks ahead. Think about what is it you want to revamp, right? But since it's showing in the third house, I can give you a clue. It may have to do with communications, and especially because Venus now has also been going through that. So your intentions this month on the 25th would be that you would like to speak clear and listen and receive more clear than in the past, more like making agreements between you and your partner, or whoever is around you, that yes, let's speak heart to heart. Let's keep our paths straight so we don't have these miscommunications. That's because Mercury was retrograde, still is retrograde here as we enter into May, right? So I think that could be a blessing for the long run. And of course, new moons set us up, not just for the oncoming month, but for the whole next 12 months. So I think that could be a beautiful intention for you. It is in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini communicates. They're talkers, right? And since the rules the third house, it's a double whammy for you. So you will come to see that communication is going to be super, super important. Bring that together with those things that you value, your self-esteem and so forth. All of this is coming to the forefront for you, Aries. Now, next to that, I would say, since the sun is transiting your second house, that has to do with money and income, the money that you make, the paycheck that you receive. So you're going to be crunching numbers. You're going to start looking at how maybe you could advance, create more, looking at your values, because the second house is ruled by Venus. So again, we're looking at self-esteem. How much are you worth, Aries? That's going to be the question that you're going to be holding in mind as the sun is passing through here. And later it will be followed up both by Mercury, it will be followed up by Venus. They're going to join the party and they're really going to kick into action. So you're initially going to start out with having thoughts. Am I happy? with what I make, or do I want to change it up? And if so, how can I change it up? Where can other income streams come from? Am maybe I ready for a promotion or a raise? So it's like you're preparing the path for later in the month, especially for next month. We'll talk more about that when we get into June and see just how good you've been doing there. But Mars is going to be on your side. It's going to help you communicate and bring forward those things. So we can see that already now that May is going to be a game changer for you. Jupiter is still retrograde, will be to June 10th. That is taking place over in your area of relationships. So how is that been working for you? It's been there the last couple of months, and we're starting to see that it's going to slow down before it turns direct again here in June. But those issues that do come to the forefront, heed them. You know, don't just sweep it under the carpet and think that it's going to take care of itself. Sometimes it does. Sometimes we just need time for things to fall into place. But this is a beautiful opportunity from the universe, giving you the right and the ability to speak your highest truth, to share that to your partner, whether it is your significant other, it could be somebody you work with closely one-on-one, it could be a broker, an agent, or somebody who you work with. It could even be your clients. Jupiter is all about truth. It's about loyalty, integrity, and so forth. It's about what we believe, the faith that we hold, the things that are right as opposed to wrong. So, you know, you might have been feeling how these things have been upping itself for you, and that is a good thing. For that, you want to be grateful for this Jupiter. Saturn is still retrograde, will be until that of August 6th in your 9th house. Things might have been moving a little slower as far as the things that you're researching or studying. Be grateful for the extra time that Saturn's giving you here, because why? After August, when Saturn picks up speed, it's not going to give you this opportunity for another 29 years. That's a long time. So whatever you're working on right now, in other words, Aries, don't go, be happy for it. See it as a gift. You may not see that before later down the road, but trust me, you'll be looking back at this period and go, wow, that's when I grew a lot, right? Saturn is a taskmaster, and it will hold you by the ear so that you can master this area of the 9th house. So if there is delays in your studies, your education, maybe you're waiting for a green card, visa, okay, that delay might be very, very annoying when you're ready to kind of like get on with it. But even that is for a reason. The universe never makes a mistake. It's just us as human beings that we're always so focused to get where we want to go as quick as possible, right? The transits this month, as we start off May, Sun and Neptune, they're sextile. This is on the 4th. And the Sun is you, Neptune is your visions, it's your spirituality, it's the things that you long for in an ideal manner. So pay attention to your dreams, whether that's nocturnal dreams, daydreams, something is formulating, something's trying to push up from your subconsciousness or being brought down from your higher consciousness. On the 10th, we have the Sun and Pluto, they're trine, beautiful alignment, Pluto being in your 10th house for career, the Sun being in your 2nd house for money and income. This would be the day that you could either receive a raise, maybe a promotion, maybe also the opportunity for a new job might present itself. Maybe you're starting a new job. Whatever it is, it could be a good assignment or a new project there. But it holds a lot of power, not just for the day itself, it's the initiation, the fusing of this transformational energy that's going to follow you for a long time yet to come. So congratulations with that. On the 10th, then we have Mercury conjuncting Uranus. Like I said, Pandora's box opening up. Unexpected news. It could be you surprising somebody with news, or it could be you receiving some good news. Maybe it's also tied in to this opportunity on the 9th, which will bleed over into the 10th. Maybe it's all one and same situation, or it could be separate situations. On the 11th, don't be disappointed. There could be a small delay or miscommunication. Mars and Neptune, they're squaring off. So Neptune, when it works, it's really beautiful. It's our hopes and dreams, right? Our vision. But when it's being challenged like this, then Neptune turns into like holding water in your hand. It's there 1 second and then it runs out through your fingers. So there could be something that you had anticipated or hoped for or set up for the 11th, and then there might be a little miss on it. But hopefully it'll come back together. I feel already on the 12th you will have a different insight for it when Mars aligns beautifully in a golden trine to Jupiter. So Jupiter's looking out for you. So this little hiccup won't be long. It might just be a little annoyance. That's all that is. Because already on the 12th, you're up and running. You're energized. Mars, your ruler, is perfectly aligned now to those things that will open up doors of enthusiasm. On the 16th, Mercury will now ingress, move into the sign of Taurus, which is your second house for money. Like I mentioned earlier, the sun is already there. It's going to be joined by Mercury, later on Venus. But now is when you're going to be communicating or thinking a lot. Remember, Mercury is linear in our thought processing. So this is probably where you're going to be thinking, where's my money coming from? Where is it going? How can I make more? How can I secure things? Remember, it's Taurus. Taurus will always want to secure its finances, right? So you'll have that in the oncoming rest of the month. And then on the 19th, we have a couple of things that could be quite interesting. This is Saturn speaking. Saturn, which is retrograde, and been moving slow in the area that I mentioned, but now coming in, being powered up by Uranus. Now, Uranus brings change. And I think this is what you're waiting for, anticipating straight through from April, coming into May, the anticipation of something's going to give, something's going to move, energetically. And you will have that on May 19th. This is a big blessing for you. Saturn's always looking out for your security. Uranus is always wanting to liberate you, free you from shackles. So I feel that the news on this day is great. Not only that, it's also because Venus and Jupiter, they're also aligned. And I see whatever you've been working towards, something's going to give, like a rubber band that will snap. And this has to do with your values. It has to do with what you believe in. It has to do with the goals that you've been reaching for. I feel that it could somehow also even tie into your relationships. Maybe you're talking about your values and what it is you're wanting to achieve in your relationship. And I feel that as that has been growing and trying to expand, you've covered a lot of ground, and today will be the day where this is going to come to the forefront. On the 20th, the sun is moving out of your financial area into that of short distance travel. You might find that you're going to get the itch of wanting to move around a little bit or get a road trip up and going. Remember, Mars is already there and it's already been pushing you in that direction. So it's not a time for you to sit at home and be a TV potato couch, all right? We're talking physical action, activity, and so forth. It's also going to be a time where you're going to be communicating a whole lot of those things that are important to you. Siblings might be a little bit more important right now, and maybe the community, your closer community. So good luck with that. You're going to have that for a full month as the sun transits through this area. On the 25th, we got Venus and Pluto. They're squaring, so we got an issue. This is Houston calling, all right? Your relationship may encounter, if things aren't all harmonious, if you're not all on the same page of those things that are equally important to you as for your partner, this is a time where things may manifest, come to the surface. Hopefully you can respect one another's viewpoint. If not, then it turns into a power issue. If you're not feeling that you're being heard, understood, respected, valued, boy, that energy is going to come out. But do know your partner is going to feel exactly the same if he or she is not being heard, listened to, understood, respected either. So, yeah, we do have these incidences twice a year. Whenever we do have a square to Pluto, this is one of them. On the 28th, here I feel this is a time where you're feeling like you're flowing in a good way. Down the river, down the stream, you are connected to your higher self, your spiritual consciousness is all here. I feel that your dreams are being communicated in a way that this is what the people around you, family and friends, would like to hear. Because why? When they can hear what you're thinking or what you're seeing for yourself, then they would like to participate. They would like to be supportive. And you will feel that support too. As we're coming into the end of the month, Mars and Uranus are now going to be sextile. What's good about that is it has to do with you, your personality, Uranus, and Mars being in that third house. You can have unexpected, either a text, a phone call, an email, and I feel it has a start line connected to it, like an initiation of energy now being released. So you're all on board, you're ready. I feel you've done all your prep work up to that point. So if you're waiting for a green light, this could be the day. So mark May 31st. Also on the same day, see, to power it up even more, Aries, is when Mercury and Pluto are receiving a beautiful triangle of energy. Mercury being communication, Pluto being transformation, new beginnings, right? So you have worked throughout early spring, and I'd even like to go back to February, but March and April you've been working through those eclipses too, to let go of something so something else can fill your life. This is where I feel you're going to see the full ramifications of it, because these energies are definitely shunting you over onto a new path that you're going to feel super excited about. So that is wonderful. I didn't mention the full moon. The full moon we have on May 10th, which will be 20 degrees in Scorpio. So any planets you have 20 degrees will be felt by this full moon, be illuminated. And for you, this is going to be the 8th house of shared resources. That's the money that you share and have with expenses, or also as income through your partner, or whether it's royalties, commissions, investment payouts, all those kind of things may come in under this full moon for you. But it's also the area of intimacy and how we relate with our partner. And since it is all illuminated, expect this to also become a very deep day, passionate day, because it's a sign of Scorpio. So this is in the short what we have for you this month, Aries, and I will see you there in June. I hope you'll have a beautiful month. Have a good one now.